That's one of the things I understood with one of my first papers about the recessive genes in the past. So, okay. But the OI is not the only brittle bone disease. We can have other problems, different diagnoses, and we have to know all of this to can treat properly what we have. Okay, one of the best guide to treat in feet or orthopedic is this book from one of my professors, Dr. Cruz. And the most important thing is you have to have a multidisciplinary team to treat all of this. We have to be involved with genetic, endocrinologist, pediatric dentist, physiotherapist, psychologist, social worker, and all of these organizations you are making possible. So, like a surgeon, we have to know some special consideration to take decisions in the OR. So, most of these systems are not designed for patients with short stature or small bones, and we have to treat people with open physis. The physis is the structure of the bone to allow to lengthen the bone. Okay, so what we have to deal with these OI issues: malalignment in the bones and deformity in the bones. How we can do it, how we can treat this problem with osteotomies. And after the osteotomy, which means like a fracture, but special fractures, we have to fix with implants, okay? So, okay, other papers about that. What I want to share is how we can change with the time all this the way to treat. In the beginning, Dr. Sofield and Miller published in 1959 this first work to make the correction but it was very important in the time. But of course, now we don't perform on this technique like in the original form. What we do right now is, we make very small cut incisions in the skin and make the same cut in the bone. Other important thing to know for all the people with OI is the plates are not the best way to treat in this kind of brittle bone. So you have to know for your safety, it's not the best way, okay? If somebody offer you, if you have a problem with that, you have to be aware about that. Okay, because have high complication rates. So the best way to treat the problem of the brittle bone is with nails, endomedular nails, which means some kind of implant into the bone, inside the bone. We have two kinds of nails, non-telescopic and telescopic, which with the telescopic nail, we have some advantage, and I will try to explain to you. Because you can protect the bone during the majority of the guy. So the first one was the Sheffield telescoping rod. With the time, we developed new ones, implants. Sorry, I have a lot of noise. It's okay. Okay. Somebody has some noise in the microphone. Okay, that's okay. Okay, let's retake this. This is the fascia duval nail. It's very important slide because I will try to explain how work. This have a male nail and have a female nail, and you can connect all the bone and you can protect with these two pieces. And this is the gold standard right now in the world. What is the big advantage of this rod? This rod has a threaded tip, and this is important. And with this advantage, you can improve the screw infestation in the epiphysis, which means.
Alfredo, please hold on. Please hold on.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Please, if you're not speaking, could you mute your speaker? Could you mute your speaker, please? Mute yourself, please. Only on mute if you're allowed to speak. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Dr. Alfredo, please go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So, as I told you, the advantage of this rod is the threaded tip. And this is a very important topic because with this, you can make stronger all these implants because improve the screwing fixation in this part of the bone, which is very, very important. So many papers talk about the Fassier-Duval telescopic nail is the best answer to the osteogenesis imperfecta patients. And in the overall picture, having a far better evolution post-surgery with this telescopic nailing. So do you remember when I talked about the first technique, Sophie Miller? That's what we do right now. Just a small incision, a small cut in the skin, and make all the correction with this final and faster functional recovery procedure. What is the other advantage of these FD rods? Significantly lower risk of progression, which means less surgery, reduction of surgical cost, and one very important thing, avoid fear of subsequent surgeries. Because many of us, like doctors, forget we are not treating an X-ray, we are treating persons. So we have to focus in be very human when we take a decision, especially for the people. So we were talking just the lower limb, but we can do some correction as well in the upper limb. And with this telescopic nail are a very reasonable option for the OI children. And with this telescopic nail as well, decrease the revision rates and less morbid instrumentation. Okay, other paper talking about that. That's a patient of mine. I had the opportunity to perform this with my mentor, Dr. Galvan, and we, he teach me a different way to approach this proper problem to correct. And this is the final result of the procedure. This is other patient of mine with my colleague from Panama, because we love to share this experience with other colleagues. And as I did to teach from my mentor, to learn from my mentor, try to teach other doctors to improve the skills to treat this problem. So this was one of the first cases I did abroad from my country with this beautiful result. This was the first X-rays, and after that we did a revision of this and put this beautiful FD rod. Okay, this was my first case in Panama. As you see, you have this bending in the nail and this fracture. After that, we did a percutaneous, which is, as I told you, the technique with the small incisions, and we remove and put a new one and a stronger telescopic nail with this X-ray post-op. This is one of my most recently case. Unfortunately, in my country right now, we have problem with this implant. So the only implant I had available with this modification of the Fassier-Duval, which is good for the patient, but a little bit harder to the surgeon to implant. But I'm very happy with this deformity corrections and with this result from Samuel. Samuel is an 11-year-old guy with very, very good spirit. Okay, talking about the new devices, the technology always move forward. So now we have different kind of combination with this, for example, sling system, which is a easier implant to use, and it's very stable, very rigid, but it's not telescopic nail, but you can resolve very easy some fractures. But we were talking just about for child. What about the young adult? And this topic, in some point, Tarela was talking with me about what option do we have for the young adults. So that I want to show some of my most important case, because of course when you have OI, you will grow up and you will have different kind of issue. And my idea is try to share with you what you can do to have a good life and keep moving. So this paper is in Spanish because was the first paper what we published with this about this implant. This implant, the name is GAP nail. It's a special nail because it's a endo-exo devices, which means it's into the bone and it's extra of the bone, and you can have a very strong implant to correct and to fix all of these problems. We had the opportunity to present our initial experience in the OI Oslo meeting in the 2017, and this was very good experience. So talking about a little bit about the GAP, it's a nail with special diameters for small bones in a young adult, different kind of way to use, okay, like this. And I will show you an example, an X-ray. That was one of the first cases, and you can see how we can align the bone and correct the deformity. So this patient I will show you, it's very important for us because it was one of the first cases in 2008, sorry. This guy was dancing because he's a very good dancer and have a fracture during a performance. This was the first initial X-ray in this time, at this time, sorry, with this problem, with this pull out of the implant, the bending of the rod, and we decide to remove, sorry, because some pictures are a little bit hard, but I think it's good to show what we can do just for academic idea. And this was the result. And this was the initial picture. Okay, and sometime I guess 6 months after that, have the same problem, and that was the result with other kind of way to make the implant to perform the implant, the same implant in different way. So after that, in the post-op, this was the finally X-ray. Very good alignment, very strong implant, and better result, functional result. This is the lateral with a perfect alignment. And what I can recommend for colleagues is this book. I think is the best guide for the people who are interested in OI. I have the honor to be part of this with a chapter with my mentor, Dr. Galvan and Dr. Cruz, and other colleague, Dr. Pargas. And I strongly recommend for colleagues, if you want to be an OI expert or OI trained surgeon, have this book in your library. The important thing about Professor Francois Fassier, it's maybe in the future with the recent research, the surgeons don't have any role in this problem, because the genetic is the future. So what we have to know is all of this in a close future will have a solution, can I say, maybe. So what we have now, we have a weak bone with a small diameter. So what we have to work is a small nail with a special design. Thinking about that, I try to create what I call the triple S rule. If you have a small diameter bone, you have to have a small nails, special designs, and smart strategies to treat. Okay, the objective is to stabilize the extremely fragile bones. The devices with diameter below devices with diameters below the conventional parameters. And the goal of the treatment is to combine all of this. If you have osteoporosis, you have to prevent and manage fractures. You have to correct the deformities, and very important, decrease the chronic pain. All of this, if you treat well, you can promote the independence. The important thing here is go deep and continuous, make studied research, share the experience with fellows, with students, with other colleagues, and other people who can be interested in this to help all the community. Make network. Failure is not an option. You have to make good friends, good fellow. That's the reason since the beginning when Tarela connected me or called me, I was very happy, and that's the way to increase and to make a better treatment and a better world. Many thanks, and so happy to be here. And a final reflection: always keep moving, always keep making all yourself able to move. If you don't move, you don't live well. Many thanks.
Wow, fantastic. Thank you so much, Dr. Aldofredo. This is really amazing. And I just want to say thank you to you. I know we had to slightly change the agenda because Dr. Aldofredo is, once he finishes his presentation, answering all the questions that people will be asking at the moment. He is going into the theater. So he just contacted me today to say he's had an emergency theater call. So he just wanted to warn us, and then before he zooms off. But we want to say thank you today to Dr. Aldofredo. You've always answered my call every time I give you a call to be on our program, and I just want to say thank you. Yeah, just before you go, please, there are some questions that a few people have actually sent to me, and I'm sure quite a few people are here to ask their questions also. And I know we have a lot of doctors in the house right now, especially quite a few doctors from Nigeria are online here today. And I'm glad that they heard this presentation, and they are waiting to be trained and to work with you when we finally go to Nigeria for the surgeries. Yeah, so anybody, let me open the floor up to anybody online that wants to ask Dr. Aldofredo any question before he leaves, please, before I bring in the questions that I have with me here. Dr. Aldofredo, are you still sharing? I think you need to come off your slide.
Oh,
Good afternoon.
Sorry.
Sorry. Oh, that's fine. I'm not sharing right now my screen. That's okay for you?
Yes.
Sorry. Okay.
Okay, just a moment. Does anybody want to ask a question? Stephen, where did you see the question?
I think we've got a question from Ayama Flosam Sonen, and then the second question from Deborah. Could we hear your question, please? Sonen, please.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm not sure if I did miss the answer. When one has a road, how long should be with that person? What's the duration time for that road to be replaced?
Thank you very much for that beautiful question. The other question is from, there was another hand, okay. All right then, Dr. Alfredo, what should be the duration of someone with a road?
That's a very good question. Thank you for make this, because it's very, it's not predictable, depending on how can grow up the patient, okay? Especially if you are using in a small patient. Sometimes you can calculate if you put, let me make an example. If you put a nail of 10 centimeter nail, you can calculate around, you will have protect the bone until this nail telescopic 20 centimeters, like the double. I don't know if I answered the question, because it's not easy to calculate in the time. Okay, it's most radio in the X-rays. Okay.
Thank you very much for that answer. We've got a question from Deborah. Deborah, please ask your question.
Okay, my question is, as patients with OI, does OI cause iron deficiency? Like, does someone in a lifetime, because I've experienced this and I don't know how it started, having blood issues. So I just wanted to know if OI, having iron deficiency, is it a symptom for OI patients?
Thank you very much for that beautiful question. Dr. Alfredo?
Can you repeat it, because I didn't get it.
Deborah, could you repeat that question, please?
Okay, I'm asking if having iron deficiency, is it one of the symptoms for OI patients?
Okay, did you said iron deficiency, right?
Iron, yes. She's
Yes,
asking if
Okay.
you've got iron deficiency, is that an issue more for people with OI?
Well, at least in my knowledge, it's not connected. Okay, maybe it's another issue you have to be treated.
Thank you, Dr. Alfredo.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Alfredo. One of the questions that came to me that somebody asked, the person, it is regarding plasters. The person was asking, he said, is it the same plaster, the type of plaster, what type of plaster is used for a patient with OI? Is it the same kind of plaster that is used for somebody that is not got OI condition? Can that same type of plaster be used for somebody that has got OI when there is a fracture? Like in Nigeria, there is a kind of plaster that is very heavy, and they call it plaster of Paris. So she wants to know if it's the same type of plaster, what is the best type to be used for somebody with OI?
Okay. Do you mean when I use a cast or some kind of immobilization, right? Okay. No, it doesn't matter. Okay, it's the same. Of course, for me, in my practice, I prefer the new type of cast because are not heavy. Okay, but you are allowed to use whatever you have. The important thing is to immobilize.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. I think that answers that question. And the next question that came to me, somebody asked me, with OI, does it have any connection with ear infection or ear problem, and to the extent where pus comes out of the ears?
Well, the OI guys don't have any special don't have any special condition for infections. Okay, so for you can have some ear problem because the ear have some small bones. So maybe you can have some kind of loss of hearing and all of this kind of problem, but not about infection. I don't know if I understand your question.
Yeah, I think that's the question. You just answered the question. Yeah.
Okay.
I just pictured myself there. Does anybody else has any question to ask Dr. Odufredo? Please, this is the time to ask the golden doctor all your questions. Don't come behind and start asking me questions. I am not a doctor.
Yes, please. Terella, I did put it in the chat. I said I have a question.
Oh,
Good afternoon, Dr. Santana. Thank you so much for your lovely presentation. I wanted to
who is
ask.
speaking, please? Can we meet you?
Dilana?
Okay.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask, what is the increased success rate post-surgery of mobility for your patients?
Well, when you try a deformity or a fracture with this kind of technique, you can improve in a very good way the mobility and the capacity of at least stand up. Okay, it's not the same if you see the world like this and if you see the world like this, you know. So my suggestion always is, if you can perform a corrective surgery and you have the good implant, a good theater, and a good medical team and all the support team, go for it, because you can improve always your life. By the way, where are you from? Because I didn't know you.
I'm in London. I'm in London. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Oh, because I'm reading some of the participants and I know some of this name, but I'm so happy because we are always 28%, Terella, I think.
Yeah, we were up to 30 before. I think kept keep going in and out, maybe their internet or something. Yeah. Okay, a question just came to me. It's saying asking, I think 2 questions in one. It is asking, it says, what is the could you explain how important is bisphosphonate to help OI patients, and if somebody is going to have surgery, when is the best time to have bisphosphonate?
This is a fantastic question, because in my slide I just put a surgical perspective, but of course the bisphosphonate is one of the most important treatment in this issue. Doesn't matter what kind of bisphosphonate do you use. My preference and the literature are strong if you use the pamidronate and solendronate. Okay, so if you have if you are planning a surgery and you use the bisphosphonate, you have to wait at least 90 days, 3 months to perform the surgery. If you have an emergency like a fracture, it's different. You have to perform the surgery maybe. But if it's an elective procedure, you have to take in account this time, okay? 90 days, 3 months. And if you are planning a correction in a close future, you have to start the bisphosphonate treatment, and after make a study of the bone mass density, you can planning the fixation with implants. But is the protocol is start with bisphosphonate. One common question is at what age you can start the bisphosphonate. Since you can make put a venoclysis, you can take a vein, you can use the bisphosphonate. Doesn't matter the age. Okay, that's my point of view.
Thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Alfredo. Thank you. Yeah.
We've got a question from Hope as well. Could we hear your question, please, Hope?
Hi, everyone. My name is Hope, and I'm from Zambia. And I'm also Deborah's sister. She asked a question a few moments ago. So my question is about the duration of the rods in OI patients. Is it possible for somebody to keep the rods in the body for a lifetime, or at some point do they have to be removed after several years? I think I missed that one when he was explaining.
That's a very important question, because all of these implants are for the lifetime. Okay, the problem is how are protecting this implant the bone. I mean, if the bone are working okay and the bone is protected, you don't remove. Okay, depending on this, if you remember one of my slides, I show you how one of the implants pull out of the bone. So in this case, you remove and you put another one, but always you have to have a protection into the bone, because it's one of the most important goals in the OI. Is that okay?
Thank you. Michelle, we've got a question. Please ask your question.
Yeah, hi, and thank you for your point. I didn't hear your point around the anemia part in how you responded to that. I have osteogenesis myself, and I've had rodding since the age of 1, so I don't know myself without rodding. I've had the old-fashioned rodding, and they remain, and had them replaced. So I call it the kebab style type of rodding. And I just want to hear your response to the anemia. I've always experienced anemia issues, and I'm aware of the collagen defect and how that affects our veins. So I was keen to hear your response on that.
Dr. Alfredo, she wants to know more about anemia and the condition and how that impacts people with OI.
Okay, well, like all patients who have a chronic issue, all the blood parameters have to be in a good way, especially if you are planning a surgery. You cannot perform a surgery if you have low hemoglobin or other parameters. That's the reason I talk about a multidisciplinary team, because of course I don't know how to treat this anemia, but if I identify this anemia, my suggestion is you have to go to the internal general medicine doctor, hematology specialist. But of course, it's a very important thing. And as I told you, in my knowledge, I don't know if it's related especially with OI. But of course, for any chronic problem, you can have this problem. So you have to treat before any kind of revision of your rod.
Can I
Great. Thank
also,
you so much. Yeah.
sorry, can I just refer back on another point around the points around rodding and standing? I know there's a lot of emphasis around getting OI individuals and folks for us to stand, but sometimes that is not always the best form of treatment, in my opinion. And there's a lot of us doing quite well using means of wheelchairs and lying. So I made the decision not to walk, even though I do have rodding. So, and I think there's also points around making for us, if there's parents here, that we can still live productive life using wheelchairs, using different means of getting around. And I've got lots of friends who don't walk, but use chairs and can lie down. But I think it's important we get those messages out. Rodding can be good, but also wheelchairs are also part of our means of liberation. I thought I'd make that point.
Oh, thank you so much for that point. I think that is very needed, and that was especially for people that are thinking about, should I use the wheelchair or should I not use it? So that's a very great point that you made there. Thank you so much. Dr. Aldofredo, I know you need to go. One more question for you, and then before you leave.
I'm sorry, Tarela. Can I add some work with this topic about the wheelchair?
Yeah.
When I talk about move, it's not only walk, okay? It's kind of be independence, and the wheelchair sometimes can be a way to be independent as well, okay?
Yeah, and that's sorry, I'm going to come back. It's not to take over. I think for us as disabled folks who have our impairment, sometimes there's a pride issue over walking and how we move around, and we actually can see a wheelchair as liberating. A wheelchair can be just as necessary as it is walking, but I think we should also be given the choice. And those examples about showing other adults who have OI and have done very well with our impairment is also a very important part of the treatment for us. So where are the other adults with OI globally and are doing extremely well in their lives, but using a wheelchair? Yeah, I thought that's important. Thank you for giving me the time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Can we hear from Sonen, please? Your question, please, Sonen. And if we've got any doctors here, any of the questions would be appreciated before he leaves. Sonen, please, your turn.
Okay, can you hear me now? Sorry,
We can hear
sorry,
you.
my network went off. I wanted to ask, is it possible for someone to have a rod put on the hunchback, or it's not possible?
Could you repeat that question again? Is it possible for someone to have a rod in their
right.
hands?
Yes, I wanted to find out how possible is it for someone with OI to have a rod put on their hunchback? Will that cause any change on the hunchback? You know, the hunchback?
Got you. Dr. Alfredo, is it possible for someone to have a rod at their back or something along like that?
Did you mean in the back, the spine?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I didn't show any kind of correction in the spine because I'm not a spine surgeon. But of course, one of the goals of the treatment is to fix the spine problem. And of course, we have some colleagues who are specialized in the spine correction as well. And it's a very important topic.
Yeah. Okay, one more question for you, Dr. Aldofredo. Somebody did ask, this is coming from Gaspard. I would like to ask Doctor if someone can have OI without fractures, but deformities.
Good question. Good question, because as I show you, we have different kind of OI with different severity. You can have OI moderate or not severe, and most of the time you make the diagnosis with a fracture. But of course, you can find OI with deformity or brittle bone condition with deformities and no fracture if you prevent with this new treatment about bisphosphonate. I'm talking about bisphosphonate or physical therapy and all of the new antibody treatment, this genetic future treatment.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank-
Jasper, did you hear that? So I believe your question has been answered if you're still here. Thank you so much, Dr. Alfredo. I'll speak to you later. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Alfredo. I had a question, but if he has to go, that is fine. My question is, in Africa, one of the biggest problem is resourcing and all that kind of stuff. What is your top tip to help our governments in Africa to ensure that OI get these roads, because many of them are unemployed? And what is the best options when they're working with global partnership in efforts of enabling persons with OI to live the best lives they could? And also for the Guardian, how best can you help in their efforts, because many of them sometimes from rural side might not have the privileges that we might have globally. And even globally, as you can imagine, there is still the social inequality that impacts persons with disability overall. So what would you be saying to our governments, especially across Africa, to do to make sure that while we celebrate this beautiful program, we are able to make a difference?
Well, that is a great question and comment, because I will answer you with my experience, because as I told you, I'm from Venezuela, South America. So we have some similar condition in our continent, in our region. So the first, what I always suggest is make connection, make network, and that's what we are doing right now. So because of with this connection, you can get into the right person. Other trick, for example, in Nigeria, many other Africa country have a very famous sports guide, a football player, basketball players, and that's what we did sometime in the beginning in my country. We contact some sport guide with foundation and special sensibility with the problem, and you can obtain some resource and support from this kind of organization or person. Other thing is involve all the society, sensibilize the society, the government, the authority have to have a special sensibilization about this, because they have the power to make some change. But always the what I call the mother power is the most powerful skill you have. And this, when you have 2 or 3, 4, many mothers together, you can make difference because you have special needs. Other thing about the academic topic, if you identify at least one person who are interested in this topic, please support this colleague, because you can fly to other hospital, you can visit other institution to training, or what we can do in the future, we want to do in the future, is make some kind of mission to train in-house and to establish a good program. That's a way I believe. Actually, I'm very happy because in the participant, I saw Dr. Renan Arauz. He's from Panama, and that was one of my colleagues I show you in a slide, and that was my first international mission. And he now is with us in the meeting. Other guys from other countries who are making some rotation with me from Palestine and other country, Dominican Republic. I mean, this is the way. If you can make an international network, actually, I saw Ingun as well. Hello, by the way. This is the way, okay? Make a sensibilization, make the network, and try to keep always trained.
Thank you so much. And I tell you what, we're going to leave you to go because we know you're going to a theater, but we want to appreciate your presence here today, Dr. Alfredo, as you plan to go to Nigeria. We know that there's a lot of hard work. There's a lot of work that is happening behind the scenes, but above all, we pray for you doctors so that you're able to get the best technology for us and especially for persons with disability. We are grateful for the shared partnership, and to the doctors that are present here today. If you could send the slides to Tarela so that those slides could be shared to the doctors as well, and that kind of shared partnership that you have spoken about. We are blessed to have you today. And thank you so much to every questions that you've answered here today. And I'm delighted to have met you. And Tarela, is there any last word?
Well, my last words will be thank you, and I will be in touch with you after the meeting. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Well,
okay. As we move along, we just
and we want to appreciate you for coming very early because we know it's very early in your end in Venezuela. So thanks for waking up for us as well. Thank you.
a pleasure. Bye bye. Okay.
Bye. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Shall we call the next person, Juliet?
Yes. So as we go along, just to give us a little light break here right now, could we call upon I call her my little Val with a beautiful song, and then Dagmar, get ready, you're next. So if we can get a little Val to just prepare that beautiful song. Are you there, Val? Valerie? Yeah. Okay, can we hear from you? She champions issues and advocates for, and it's very important to teach our young people issues about disabilities. So I love her.
I can't see myself. Where am I?
We can see you very well.
Okay, Valerie, sit down and then do your thing. Yeah.
Thank you, Valerie. So when you're ready.
Uh-oh, the hills, but I got stamina. Oh, running through the waves, but I got stamina. Oh, running out of breath, but I got stamina. Oh, need another lover to find, but I got stamina. Don't give up, I won't give up. Don't give up, no. Don't give up, I won't give up. Don't give up, no. I'm free to be the greatest I'm alive. I'm free to be the greatest, don't deny. The greatest alive. The greatest alive. Oh, running through the hills, but I got stamina. Oh, running through the waves, but I got stamina. Oh, running out of breath, but I got stamina. Oh, running through the waves of love, but I got stamina. Don't give up, I won't give up. Don't give up, no. Don't give up, I won't give up. Don't give up, no. I'm free to be the greatest I'm alive. I'm free to be the greatest, don't deny. The greatest alive. The greatest alive. Oh, I got stamina. Oh, I got stamina. Oh, I got stamina. Oh, oh, I got stamina. Oh, oh, I got stamina. Oh, oh, I got stamina.
Wow, that was beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you so much. I think Valerie here today is just wanting to encourage everybody, saying, don't give up. She's been to Nigeria quite a few times, and she knows how difficult things can be in Africa. So she's just encouraging everyone with OI out there today, saying, don't give up. It's only going to get better. Thank you, Valerie. I really appreciate that. You're a darling. I hope we all did enjoy that. Yeah, great. Dagmar, we're going to call you in now. Please give us your talk and let us know how the Netherlands OI are doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tarela. And indeed, it was a wonderful, enjoyable song from an encouraging song from Valerie. So my name is Dagmar Mecking. I'm here indeed from the Netherlands. But the message I would like to bring across here is one that is really around all of us. And I would like to first start by thanking Tarela for inviting me to this beautiful meeting. I think it's wonderful that you have been able to bring so many people from different parts of Africa together. Well done. I know that it takes a lot of work. It doesn't just happen. It's a lot of hard work to encourage so many people. So well done. And I see a couple of people that already know and that have been on the journey together with us. So with you, Tarela, with you, Ingun, and Shula, for example, has been holding a webinar very recently in our space. So a little bit about me, just a little bit, so you have an idea why I'm even speaking here. So I'm the director of two beautiful foundations. One is the Care for Brittle Bones Foundation, and one is the Care for Bones Foundation. And I would like to use my 5 to 10 minutes that I have here to send you a very short message of encouragement that we're all on this journey together. So surely there's many things that are different. There's not one person with OI that is exactly like the other, right? And many people are saying we cannot possibly learn from each other because the healthcare systems, the insurance systems are so different. That's true. And my usual best answer towards those people who think that way is, you know what? Women are all different as well. Humans are all different as well. But if we look at the things that bring us together, that unite us, well, most surely we're able to find some things that we can learn from each other. For example, across women, what women tend to do more often or less. So we need to think really bigger in order to get to the heart of things. And that's my key message. My key message, if you just remember one thing, is OI has no boundaries. I'm going to prove it to you. So I'm going to show my screen. And I'm going to share you a very old slide in the first place. This is one I showed in 2015, showing the number of people who have OI in the world. Probably about 500,000. And that's based on the assumption that one person out of 15,000 has OI. That's what we believe, scientists believe. I'm a mother of a daughter with OI, a 17-year-old daughter with OI. I'm not a scientist, a medical scientist, so I'm not speaking on that behalf, but just really doing the numbers here and putting things in perspective. So OI has no boundaries. Those 500,000 people can definitely learn from each other. Let's be honest, 500,000 is probably a number people don't even know that they have OI, right? So in Africa, we would have about 80,000 people with OI. Yeah, so if you think you're the only one, well, you're not. But many people will not know that they have OI. And if you think of the numbers that Africa will, in terms of numbers of people that Africa will have in the years to come, Africa is obviously growing big time. So at the moment, Africa is about 17% of the entire world population, but it's expected to become 25% of the world population by 2050. And by the end of this century, it may actually be even half of the entire world population. For all kinds of reasons. And that also means that this number of people with OI, which is at the moment probably 80,000, of which probably just 1,000 know that they have OI, right? But medically, it's probably 80,000. It will be doubled or even more. So there is really a big, big call on our help. And the question is, how can we learn together? So here is the solution we have found. And that's now the other foundation that I'm also a director of. And it's really two completely separate legal entities. It's Care for Bones, because we're always hoping to bring people together. And that is why we have created a Care for Bones platform that I can actually show you. And at the moment on that platform, you see that there's also some people from Africa. There's about 1,200 people from 80 different countries around the world. That's all people with OI. Okay, and we can all learn from each other. There's people who can mentor each other, support each other. We also have the exact same thing for the medical community. So it's exactly the same platform, but separate, because, you know, it can get complicated for data, but we have that also for the medical community. And you see a couple of logos here on the screen that were also mentioned by the previous speaker. So the Montreal Hospital, for example, the Delaware Hospital, the Sheffield Hospital, many other hospitals are part of that learning community. So my one message is, and that's the last slide, is please know that we are there to support. Everything we do is for free. So for everyone with OI, it is a free way to connect to each other and find other people in your country. At the moment, there's like 50 countries in Africa, right? And only, I think, about 10 countries are represented on Care for Bones. I just really wished that those people who are in countries where there's not many others, that they can find each other on Care for Bones, because it's not possible on Facebook, but it is possible on Care for Bones to look for people who are in your country. So please help to connect up and allow everyone that you know to come to that. It's completely for free forever. And the same is true for the medical professionals. We have lots of webinars that we're organizing, and everyone can join there for free forever. I think that is really the key message I wanted to bring across, as we're all trying to make the best possible quality of life for everyone with OI anywhere on the globe. So I would like to give it back to Tarella. Obviously, if there are any questions, I'm very happy to take them as well.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much, Dagmar. I think I'm really very excited. I wasn't expecting, you know, the beautiful presentation you just gave to us, but that was just bang on, and that was precise, really. And I want to say that I'm part of that that world, and I'm glad when you invited me to join. So I'm part of it, and I have gained so much. I have learned so much from that platform. So I want to encourage everybody to link up with that platform, with Care for Bones, so you can learn a lot. I know the biggest thing that a lot of OI people, especially in Africa, that they're facing is lack of knowledge, lack of proper understanding what OI is, the symptoms of OI, how it affects them, and all that. And Dagmar has actually taken it upon herself to kind of bring together a lot of experts, a lot of professionals to speak, you know, to talk about these issues that we are facing. So I would love to encourage everybody to, you know, connect with that platform, Care for Bones, so you can learn more. You can connect with other people with OI, and you know, connect with other people, other professionals, and then you can learn more things. I think we learn every day. There is no limit to knowledge. There is no limit to learning. So we learn every day, and I want to just encourage you to just go ahead and, you know, sign up to on that platform, and you will learn a lot. And
if it's okay for you, Tarella, I will put the two different links, because one is for professionals, yes, and one is for the people in the OI community. I will put that in there, but just know it's for both sides. It is for free for people in Europe. For medical professionals in Europe, they do need to pay a little bit, but it is completely for free for anyone in the African continent, also in many Asian countries, obviously, where we're just trying to make knowledge accessible exactly the way you're just describing, Tarella. There's no limit for us if we can learn together as a community.
Absolutely.
Totally.
Please go
Thank
ahead
you.
to put the link there so people can connect. It is well needed. That is the reason why I said collaboration is very, very important with between the African world and the European world. So it is very necessary. Kindly put it there, please, and let's connect. Thank you so much. Yeah. Does anybody have any question for Dagmar before we move on, please? We can take 1 or 2 questions quickly. Okay, if we are so mute, can we call on the next, Juliet, can we call on the next speaker, please? And if you have any question, just put it on the chat or just raise your hands, and then we can call on you. Dagmar, if you could be kind enough to just wait the next 10 minutes or 15 minutes.
Of course.
Thank you.
Dagmar, thank you so much for the statistics that you've provided here today. And it's quite high, as we can see. And that reminds me that as we get older, our bones also get brittle. So I wondered whether this also, we can also do some kind of statistics and how that impacts on us as well, Dagmar. So thank you so much for the work that your community is doing as well. And for those people coming from Africa, you've heard that if you come from Africa, there is a space for you. So thank you so much, Tarella, once again, for helping the global international communities to network with each other and to know there's some kind of support. And I can imagine the time difference from our communities back in all the 54 countries in Africa that we've got with different time zones as well. So it's great to just link up here. And thank you. I can see Dagmar has put in Care for Bones. So all Google that and look for that. And don't forget to look at OIFN network as well, because we create a platform to link you with all the necessary tools that are able to be given. So our next case speaker here is from our presentation. We're here to hear what is happening in different countries, and we've just heard from Netherlands. So let's see what is happening in Ghana, and we are going to bring Justina. So Justina, the platform is yours right now. You've got 10 minutes. All keep to time now so that we can really finish on time. Thank you.
Hi. Hello to everyone. Hello, everyone.
Hello, we can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. I think I want to answer a question before I continue. I had a question that was asked whether rods can be put in a hunchback, and I would say the answer is yes. Last year, my daughter had rods put in her back, and she also had hunchback, as we call it here in Africa, but it's truly called kyphosis. And so, yes, it can be done and it can be corrected. If you get the right surgeons, they can work on that for our kids. So that is that. Greetings, greetings to you all from Ghana. Ghana is doing well with OI currently. I think we have been able to create awareness over the years. This is our 6th year when we started the OI Foundation. We have been able to create awareness as much as we can. We have been able to, gather some kids around who have OI. And currently we are running a specialized OI clinic here in Ghana. We started running the clinic last year. The clinic has doctors or consultants from a wide spectrum. We have ENT, we have we have the eye specialist, we have physio, we have orthopedics, pediatrics, I mean, name them. So everything that an OI patient must be assessed on, we try to get those doctors on board to periodically assess them to see if everything is going on. We started the clinic last year, and successfully we ran it quarterly throughout the year. This Saturday, our patients are coming in. They'll be in this evening, and then tomorrow they'll start our clinic. We are using the Pamindronate. That's the Pamindronate as the main medicine we are using for the bisphosphonate treatment. We are still in talks. We are still seeing how best we can get the kids to have rods, because most of them have deformities. But one good thing that I'm very proud of is that we had a child who came in, I think, at the age of 6-7 months. This child has been on the PAM for about 3 years, yes, almost 3 years now. And surprisingly, the child is walking, even though there are a few deformities on the legs, not too bad of boldness on the legs, and this boy is walking. So this means that if we put in more effort to get medical care, our children or the OI fraternity will not get their condition worse, but managing it early can bring a lot of improvement onto their lives. So basically, this is what is happening now here in Ghana concerning OI, and we still pray that with meetings of this nature, we will learn from each other and we'll better ourselves, so that we can together build a strong community, together fight for medical care, because that is my passion, that all children who are born with OI can get medical care, and as well as also train our doctors to be able to understand what is OI, because lots and lots of doctors here, they don't know, they don't have the know-how. But I believe that with more advocacy, we would be able to get it settled in the heart of people that yes, something has to be done, and done quickly. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Justina. Thank you. And I really appreciate that. That was well needed. Yeah, I believe we will all work together to get medical support for our OI patients, and in Africa. Yeah, so we're working towards that. Yeah, Juliet, you want to call on the next person, please?
Thank you so much for that. In Ghana, we are delighted to hear what is happening in Ghana. So we're going to call on our next key speaker, who is from, I believe, from Kenya, Purity Wangeshi. So Purity Wangeshi, let us know what is happening in Kenya, please. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Purity. Am I being heard?
We can hear you very well. Go ahead.
Oh, wow. I'm Purity from Kenya, and I'm glad to be here. One thing, this is great. I've learned a lot, and let me say thank you to Justina, and because I never knew that I'll meet this lady. For one, it's a big congratulations to her because of what they are doing in Ghana. The first, so the online on Facebook, I felt that Kenya also needs OI Foundation, and wow, this is great meeting you. I've also seen you to Valentine. These are friends that I've seen. So I think you people, you are doing great. Congratulations, Mama. On the other side, here in Kenya, we are way back behind because there is no OI Foundation here. It's the time now we are starting it. And let me say, most of our orthopedic doctors, they don't know well more about OI or osteogenesis imperfecta, because you might go to a clinic, find a doctor, and instead of diagnosing it as brittle bone disease or osteogenesis imperfecta, they call it green stick. So you find that the knowledge here in Kenya is very down, but we also thank God that there is only one doctor who is far, 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 far from us. At least he has started administering this medicine of Zolidronic. They are bringing it off the way from South Korea. And we thank God because my two daughters who are affected with OI are one of the peoples that are benefiting from this medicine. So we thank God for that one doctor that at least knows something. And I'm planning to work close to him because this is a time that we are now trying to locate these people where they are. Because, okay, one thing in Kenya, we know it is that this might be a curse. So that is what many people know, that if you have somebody who is breaking bones now and then it is a curse. And then you find that many people are being closed behind the doors. We don't get to see them. We don't get to mingle with them because they are not that are by the name of Genesis. There are no clinics. So we as Kenya, we really need people to come and help us, because my cry is that these people get help just like I did. I think that's all.
Thank you so much for keeping it lovely and short, Purity. And I know that in Kenya there is we are currently also trying to build or to bring awareness within the OI and what brittle bone is all about. So we are relying upon the people who have got OI, and so we are hoping that this will be a unit in itself. And in Kenya, we have a very good, we have, you know, a county that is allocated, or governors who are allocated to deal with issues of persons with disabilities. So I'm delighted to say progress is being made, but more needs to be done right across Africa. So next we're going to hear from a presentation from South Africa, and due to time we are going to limit time to about 5 to 6 minutes. Please, we welcome you now from South Africa. Thank you so much, Regina. South Africa, are you here?
I think Regina is not here.
Okay, Regina is not here. Juliet, could you call on the next person, please?
Okay, thank you so much. I think we're having receptionists connecting from her. So we're going to call on our next country, please. Tarela, are you able to?
Okay, we'll call on, sorry, Deborah from Zambia.
Zambia, thank you. Okay. Deborah Chilinda, thank you so much, who is joining us from Zambia. Much appreciated.
Hi, everyone. I hope you're able to get.
We can hear you.
Is it possible that Purity can mute herself again because it's hard to hear?
Is my microphone on?
Yes, please. Could you mute yourself, Purity, please? Thank you.
Mine.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just trying to look for whose microphone is going on, so I could mute them. I can't find them from here. But Purity, please, could you mute yourself, please? Thank you. Deborah, please go ahead. 5 minutes, please.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay. So, yeah, Linda from Zambia, and I'm here with my sister Hope, who we're trying to start OI works advocacy with in Zambia. In this in terms of just like every other African country, we face the same problem, having hard time in OI just from birth. So it's kind of challenging for us as well. So, right now, we have advocates to register OI and we are in the process of having more yeah, so maybe Hope can say more about what else is going on in Zambia.
Hello. Hi, my name is Hope, and also from Zambia, and I was with so out of watching it, we have been seriously looking at registering actually OISN, and we've gotten engagement for OISN, and we've been in touch with Talenta and Ute, and finally we're excited that we are on board with offering OISN finally, and our board want to have members and so all that has so all we have to do now is go and register it. So registering OISN, I wanted to give the SWOT analysis, which is our strengths, which is our weakness. So I'll start with our strengths. It's just a brief one. So strength, I have.
It's very hard to hear anything that you're saying now. Can you maybe write it in the chat?
I hope we can't hear you very well. I think there is some kind of connection and noise. Do me a favor, can you just write down what you're saying, and then we can come back to you later. Next, we're going to have a wonderful person from, if we go all the way to poetry, just to give us a break, because I can see we've got a bit of receptionist problem. So poetry from Stephanie Eguereba, please help us and give us your poetry as we recover from Hope Chilinda, please. Thank you.
All right, good afternoon, Sarla. It's an honor to be here and I'm humbled. So my name is Stephanie and I am in Nigeria and I'll be doing poetry for us all today. So I'll be doing, in a world where strength and fragility meet, I find my place walking a unique beat, living with OI, a journey complex, balancing life's demand, I strive to connect. With bones prone to fractures, I move with care, yet my spirit remains unbreakable. I'm aware of the challenges faced day in and day out. I embrace my limitations without a doubt. Life's path may be filled with hurdles and pain, but resilience blossoms amidst the strain. I cherish each moment, big or small, for they shape my story, standing tall. Connections are forged, a community strong, supporting each other where we belong. True empathy's embrace, we unite, sharing our triumphs in darkness or light. So let's celebrate the journey we tread. With OI as a path, we rise ahead, balancing life skills, finding our way, with strength and determination, day by day. Thank you very, very much for the opportunity.
Wow, that was powerful. Stephanie, I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you every day. Well done. I wish your video could be, could be open and live there. I wanted, it would have been great to see your face and to see you on your wheelchair. Yeah, just to say thank you to you. Could you please be kind enough to send me the words of that poem? That was a very powerful one. Yeah, I would love to have it and maybe put it up on our website and, on our Facebook page. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Once again, I love the poem myself and I write poems as well, so I can relate to all you've said. So next, quickly, we're going to have a presentation from Europe, and then thereafter is going to be Dilana, Balancing Life and Work. So get ready, Dilana. So right now we're hearing from Egon Westerheim, and she's from Osteogenesis Imperfecta Federation Europe. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for the invitation. It's a pleasure to be here and get to know AFACE, and also represent the European umbrella for Osteogenesis Imperfecta. And we are an umbrella for organizations dealing with OI. We are primarily European, so we have our ordinary member organizations with a vote in Europe, but we also have associate member organizations outside Europe, because we do believe in exchanging information, ideas, creating awareness together. Our most important activities at the moment include our Pain and OI project, our big conference coming up in June, called also Balancing Life with OI, and impact survey, for instance, that I will tell you a little bit more about. So these are our members in Europe. We have 20 organizations in Europe. And these are our organizations outside Europe. And as you can see, Nigeria, Ghana, and South Africa are among those. So we do have quite good representation from Africa. We have 4 supporting member organizations, and Care for Brittle Bones is one of our supporting members. So our vision, we probably share with all of you. It's children and adults with OI living active and independent lives with access to competent healthcare and necessary social support. But we do, of course, understand that the limitations or challenges of reaching this vision is very different from country to country and different parts of the world. But that doesn't mean that we cannot work together. So our mission in OIFE is to connect and empower organizations, professionals, and individuals to improve the lives of people with OI. We are at the moment only volunteers working, so we don't have staff members, but we have a very nice board, which is a group of people who all have OI themselves, besides Corinne, our treasurer, who is a staff member in the Brittle Bone society in the UK. So we also have a medical advisory board who is led by Professor Oliver Sandler, who has OI himself, and they are giving us advice in medical questions. We do have a forum where adults with OI can come together and share experiences, questions, and ideas about living with OI. It's our closed Facebook group called OI and Adult Health, which has about 1,300 members at the moment. What is important to know is that we only allow people who have OI themselves into this group, because we do believe that peer sharing of experiences between peers can only be done when you have the experience of having OI yourself. We have a magazine which we publish 3 to 4 times a year. The next one is coming on Tuesday, so make sure to check your emails. It's free to subscribe, so if you're not receiving it already, please just send me an email and I'll put you on the distribution list. We do have conferences every 3rd year where we gather people with OI, parents of children with OI, clinicians, researchers, and others who are interested in OI. And we try to focus on a topic which hasn't been that much focus on in the professional community. So we have a conference coming up in June in Stockholm, Sweden, this year called Balancing Life with OI, where the topic is pain. We also have a youth event every year mostly for European young people, unfortunately, but these are great ways of gathering young people and encouraging independence and sharing of experiences between different countries. So one of our projects is the impact survey, which we did a couple of years ago, and now we are busy writing up different scientific articles. But here you can see one of the main findings, and that the biggest problem for adults with OI is not fractures, it's actually pain, fatigue, being tired, soft tissue, scoliosis or hunchback, as was mentioned, sleep problems, dental problems, hearing, mental health. We also, since pain is obviously the biggest challenge for people with OI, we established a pain project. So we have gathered an international expert group who have met 6 times so far. And we hope to develop some recommendations on how to assess pain, how to measure pain, and also how to manage pain, most importantly, so that people with OI can have better pain management, both in acute situations, but also for their chronic pain. We did a survey organized with the OI Foundation, who had around 1,100 responses, and we are writing up the results from that and spreading it in the community. So it's possible to follow our Stockholm conference via streaming. It won't be available on demand, but we will put all the talks on YouTube after the conference. So even if you're not able to join on the 9th and 10th of June, it will still be possible to watch all the most important talks on YouTube. So if you're interested in more information about our organization, you can visit our webpage, www.oife.org, or you can follow us on social media. Thank you for the attention.
Thank you so much for that wonderful presentation. And now we know there is a space for persons with OI only. And I think the challenge is how do we get more people who do not have OI to get to know more about OI? And I think that is something for your organization to take up, not just for Europe, but for around the whole world. I want to appreciate the event that Tarela has been telling me all about Sweden. And I think that if you're from Africa, read about the event as well, because it's a space that also, if you're on research, I believe you're able to apply for grants, if I'm not wrong. But all the information is on the website. Please send the website on the chat box. Next, we're going to bring in our last key speaker.
Juliet, please, just a minute. Igno, please, could you be kind enough to just put on the chat box the website, please?
Yeah, I put the link to the conference in the chat box. Now.
Fantastic, thank you. Over to you, Juliet. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And now I'm going to introduce our last key speaker, who's going to energize us here right now. She's written a book. She's an author. She's a motivational speaker. And her book is all about get things done. So right down to empower us in balancing our life and the themed topic here today. Thanks a lot for your patience, Ilana here. Welcome on the floor here today.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can you all hear me clearly?
Yes, we can.
Thank you all so much for respecting, keeping ourselves mute while we're not speaking. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome everybody. It's been an amazing event so far, and thank you so much. I'd like to thank the organizers of this event, this amazing event. It's been so informative. We have gathered so much information and we are sharing. That's what it's about today, being able to get this awareness out and being able to share it with those that need to know. I've even been asked today, what are you doing today? I said, I'm speaking at an event about osteogenesis imperfecta. And what was the question? What is that? So there are so many people out there that still do not know about what we are talking about today. And I said to that person, that is why you need to be on this event today to find out more and educate yourselves, because it's worth knowing what people living with this disease go through on a daily basis and the challenges that they face. But I just wanted to run down quickly how much we have learned. Bisphosphonate, I'm thinking that's fantastic to know that people are aware that of the degrees that they have to use, whether or not before they go for their or surgeries. Michelle, thank you for sharing about the wheelchair, because like you said, it isn't just about being able to walk. Are we able to have that surgery and then walk? If you feel comfortable that you are in a wheelchair and that gives you that quality of life you're seeking, thank you so much for educating us about that and sharing that. Val, oh my gosh, that song, oh Lord. I love your stamina. I love that stamina song. Awesome. Dagmar, thank you so much for the Care for Bones Foundations. We're going to get into that. Justina and Ghana. Oh my goodness. What the work you're doing there is mind-blowing. I just love it. Stephanie, I love that unbreakable spirit. Don't let anybody move you. And Igun, I loved how you mentioned in your chart one very important aspect about mental health. We mustn't brush over the effects that this can have on one's mental health. And with that, I would like to share my screen with you. So here goes technology. I'm going to go in now and share my screen. There we go. Can everyone see my screen? Are we seeing my screen? Yes?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Fantastic. Yeah. So here I have, let me go into the slideshow. I hope that this will work. We love modern technology when it's working. So here we go. Okay, so topic one was just an overview, because you know I'm not coming from the medical background. Thank God we had Dr. Santana in the house to take us through all the medical aspects of this disease. But I'm just going to give you an overview. And this is for anyone who's coming here for the first time and thinking, what is this disease? Because most of you here today, thank God, you have been living with it, or you know of someone who lives with this disease. So you are not new to this, but there are many people here and around the world who will be getting to know about osteogenesis imperfecta for the first time. So this is why I've put together just a brief sort of overview of what we're talking about today. So we know that OI is a genetic or heritable disease in which bones fracture or break easily, often with no obvious cause or minimal injury. OI is also known as brittle bone. So I think a lot of people may have heard of the word brittle bone, but not OI. And the symptoms can range from mild with only a few fractures to severe with many medical complications, as Dr. Santana has shown us earlier in his slides. So topic 2 was what happens in OI. Some people are not still sure they may not really understand what people are going through with OI. For most people, a change or defect in the genes that carry the instructions for making type 1 collagen causes OI. Type 1 collagen is a material in the bones that helps make them strong. The defect in the gene causes the body to make collagen incorrectly or not enough at all, leading to weak bones that break more easily. So that's just a breakdown for those of us on the basic level. We're not doing technical medical explanation here today. This is just a brief overview. Topic 3, who gets OI? Who gets it? Though anyone can be born with OI, it is people with a family history of the disease that are at greater risk of inheriting the disease through an abnormal gene, which we've mentioned already, that is passed on through one or both parents. Genetic counselors can help you better understand the genetics, i.e. Dr. Santana, who took us through earlier all the aspects of the surgery. That was very intense, wasn't it? So types of osteogenesis imperfecta in topic 4. So Dr. Santana, thank you, because he just went through the whole range, the whole spectrum. But here you can be told that there are several types of OI and different classifications are used based on the severity of the disease or on the nature of the underlying gene defect. So what we have is the spectrum or the classifications, and it starts from type 1 and can go all the way up to type 2. And we have many in between. So type 1 is the mildest and most common form of OI, and type 2 is the most severe form of OI. Other types of OI have symptoms that fall in between that spectrum on that line in the classifications. There are other types as well, as Dr. Santana did point out and show us in his wonderful, beautiful chart. There are other types, but they're still being studied and are very rare. So in summary, as you can see, I have gone to the Facebook page and I have put a few lovely, beautiful pictures of our lovely founder. And I want to just say congratulations again on all the wonderful work you've been doing with those living on a daily basis with OI and their families and the professionals. And by highlighting the exceptional work done by the founder of OIF Nigeria, Mrs. Terella Agenti, we help to spread the awareness of the OI disease and the everyday challenges this presents, i.e. with walking aids. Let us celebrate the foundation's achievements by continued support for the members in their efforts to make daily life for those affected by OI and their families more manageable. And I put the link down there so you can all go to the Facebook page and have a look at there are so many wonderful, beautiful pictures that tell a story all in themselves. You see the smiling faces, you see the happy people because of the hard work that Mrs. Terella Agenti and her team are doing in Nigeria. Well done, congratulations, and thank you for all your hard work. There is a saying that the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Talking is good, and today we are doing the talking, but after we finish talking, what happens next? I think it's time to get the action done and start sharing this message, letting people be aware of what is going on. And I'd like to appreciate where I got all this information from. And again, I'd like to say thank you all for listening to me. My name has been Dee Lana, and it's been an honor and a pleasure to share this wonderful day with you. Thank you. I need to stop sharing.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Delana. That was wonderful. Really, really great. Thank you for promoting our work. That was amazing. Thank you. God bless you. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Um,
Trying to stop sharing now.
yeah, if you, I think there is a, yeah.
Yes, stop share. There you go.
Great. Juliet, are you there?
Yes, and next we're going to have you back on where and just I'm going to ask for an extra 15 minutes. We're a little bit behind. We were meant to be finishing this program for 3. So for those who had just credited their phones, we don't have long to go. But anyway, we're going to have Tarela, who is the founder of this program, and please do your call of action, please.
Okay, my call of action. Thank you so much. I think that is very, very important. I think Ignu is left. Thank you very much. I need to leave. Okay. Yeah, OIFE, their members have left. I think they are preparing for Stockholm, so a lot of work needs to be done there. But I will catch up with her and we will talk more. And even Dagmar, we will catch up more. But call of action now. I think the basic and the most important thing is to call on all African OI organizations. Let us work together, come together and do work together to support every OI family and OI persons in Africa. And that is the main aim. Now, another call of action also is to call on the founder of, that's the president of the Oxygenesis Imperfecta Federation Europe, and also to Dagmar from Netherlands, and also to the OIF in America. I believe there is a lot of work to be done that can be done together, that we could actually, in partnership and in collaboration, to actually support OI. I can see you there, Dagmar. OI organizations in Africa and individuals in Africa to, to live a better life. So that is the action that we want to, take on really. And there is an organization in Britain called the Oxygenesis Imperfecta Foundation Network, and I believe we will be working with every OI organization in Africa and partnering with the Western OI organizations, and we'll be taking it forward. So there's still a lot of work to be done, and I'm so grateful to every OI organization existing in Africa already, and they are doing their work, and the ones that are about to start. We are going to be working together to get things kicked off, in the proper way, because there is a lot to be done in terms of medication that's the bisphosphonate, in terms of surgery, in terms of making awareness, in terms of knowledge for the entire public out there, to be able to include people with OI, not just in their own space, but even in the community. Yeah, I believe there's a lot of work to be done, and we will get there. Thank you so much. Over to you, Juliet. I am losing my words today. I don't know what.
We're just about on time. So thank you so much to everybody. I believe that we've just missed a mama, I can't pronounce her name, but she was meant to be doing the vote of thanks. Is Caroline here, or Joanne Egareveva, Stephanie's mom? Stephanie's mom here? Or they've left?
Joanne, are you there?
Okay, I think we've just lost her. So I'm just going to be helping to also bring in back the Wishbone Day and International Day of OI, reminding everybody here today, Wishbone Day was initiated. Oh, thank you.
I'm
That's
here.
great.
Good afternoon.
I love you, Joanne. You will always speak up.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Great.
Hi, everyone. Every bit. In fact, it's been so exciting. I'm happy for the knowledge. At least there are some things I don't know before, but now I've learned some things through this online program. Mrs. Tarila, thanks and God bless you so much. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Stephanie Gariba. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, everyone. With OI, Mrs. Tarila, what you're doing for us has been so amazing in Nigeria, your support, and even the support from the OIFE. I'm so grateful to everyone. God bless you all for your marvelous
Thank you so much, Mrs. Godwin, all the way in Nigeria. And I believe she's managing in Nigeria. So thank you. We were just about to bring you on. I can still see Stephanie here. If your mom is with you, Stephanie, could you please bring her on? If she's not there, could you help us to say a vote of thanks on behalf of your mom who was supposed to be doing? Do you want to say something quickly, Stephanie?
Everything you are doing, your effort, God will bless you all. Thanks so much, and I appreciate. Thank you.
She is on top of the world, I can tell. Fantastic. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you so much. I really want to appreciate everybody here today. Thank you, OIF Nigeria, every member that have made it here today. Thank you to all the doctors. Can we, is Dr. Wale Dosumu still on the platform, please? Dr. Wale, are you there?
Hello.
Hello. Could you just give a word, please? Yeah, because I did say I was going to let you say a word or two.
Well, I will have to.
In 1 minute, please.
I will have to appreciate you dearly, and I don't know whether you noticed Dr. Michi too. He just left now. I appreciate you and Mrs. Juliet and the Hancock person, and Dagmar from Netherlands, Justina, the lady from Ghana, and Purity in Kenya. You're doing well. The lady from Zambia, Deborah, I think I get that right as well. So you've lent credence to these abstractions that this fora further lend credence to the abstraction that house is a global village. You could see we communicating and hearing related as well. So I just applaud your efforts, and I want to encourage you to continue to put more and see how other African nations can be reached, letting support to benefit we can have this. Thank you. God bless. Bye, everyone.
Thank you so much there, Dr. Ige. Dr. Dosumu, he is one of the doctors that are supported our OI children and adults in Nigeria. Thank you so much. I believe Dr. Meti too is here. He was here before, if he's no more here because I can't really see him anymore. I want to say thank you to Dr. Meti. Yeah, I can see Dr. Benzad or Benzan. I don't think I've met you before, but I want to say thank you for coming on board here, and I just want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you so much. At this note, we will love to end the meeting there. I like to be on time, but we've gone beyond with 8 minutes, and I want to appreciate everybody for just giving us that extra time, and just working with us. So on that note, I want to say thank you to everybody, and we will officially end up the meeting. But feel free to just stay the next few minutes to network, to meet with other people, just chat up with other people, and yeah, before we finally shut down the meeting. Thank you so much. I will stop recording now.
Just want to appreciate every single person again, Tarela, and of course, Ayode Lonche, Blessing, Braille, Dr. Braille, Deborah